Here we go, skadoosh! Hey, what is up, Sonic fans? This is RadioactiveRahSNG, bringing you all the next installment of the Weekly Hack Showcase. This is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Pink Edition, and yeah, we're going to be talking a bit about Amy Rose today in this episode. Kind of a follow-up to Tuesday's video, Fan Tuesday's video, all about Amy Rose. And yeah, one of my favorite characters of all time. In this game, she does play just like she did in Sonic Advance, the first Sonic Advance game, where she would jump normal. If you jumped into an enemy though, you would take damage instead of giving the enemy damage like other characters, which kind of sucks. You know, I always considered her the hard mode character for that reason. Let's see what else she has. She has her Pico hammer, which is her main attack way, the way she attacks enemies and whatnot. She does have like a down A attack, which is kind of like a fallen attack, where you can basically use it like a spin jump, and destroy enemies, items, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, like I said, she is the hard mode of Sonic Advance, and on here, it's no much different, Let's go in here. I want to see how the special stages look. And look, we have models specifically for this game, so that's pretty cool. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna get these rings. I've never been a fan of the special stages in this game. At least when you play with like Tails or Cream in this matter. Because they always get hit by stuff and then you lose like all the rings you collected. Kinda sucks. So whenever I do special stages in this game, I would always play like one player, if I want to do a serious run of this game. See how many Chaos Emeralds I can get. Should be another one on this side again, yep. I know these special stages really well, except for the 6th one. I'd have to say that's the only one I have problems with. Probably the only one I have problems with. That one's like really difficult. Then the 7th one is basically like the celebration stage, because you're just like, the game literally gives you the rings that you need, and then it's just like a cakewalk for that last Chaos Emerald, which is kind of crazy because the 7th ones are always notoriously the hardest. Alright. I think we're almost done here, actually. Let's see. How many rings it said I needed? Yeah, I think we have enough anyway. It doesn't matter. There we go. Got a Chaos Emerald. But, like I said, I'm only going to be, I guess, doing a couple zones. When I do Sonic 2 hacks, I usually go up until, like, a chemical plant zone, just to kind of talk about the game. So here we are, back in Emerald Hill. And now we're going to finally get to talk about Amy a bit. So, Amy is that character I would describe as the female Sonic personality. And, like I said, she is the female embodiment of what Sonic would be, Sonic is that character that likes to be the hero, he is the masculine character. Obviously, he is going to be the guy who wants to save people and help people and stuff. Amy kind of has some of those traits as well. But, she can't really save people, considering that she doesn't have any real amazing abilities. And what did that child just like flew up in the sky. She doesn't have any real abilities to actually like go out and save people. So, she is just that character that wants to help people, but she can't most of the time. And she is that character that is really the exact opposite of like Princess Peach or like damsels in distress. Or like if she gets captured, she's gonna try and find a way to save herself. And you've seen that a lot with like later Mario spin-offs with like Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. You see Princess Peach try and save herself almost in the same exact fashion that Amy did in Sonic Adventure. I always found that weird. It's just a weird reference. So Amy is the character that I would describe, like Lara Croft, as like the female, like what people think of as like flagship female characters in the series. Can I go back? Oh well. I don't think I'm gonna die to this first boss anyway. This boss is like really easy. Might be a little harder with this the ability to not actually jump in a hit, like jump and land on Robotnik. But that's what kind of makes this hack a little more interesting. All you have to do really is just time these hits right. It's nothing that hard like that. And if you're good enough, you can probably yeah, I never even talked about the Chow actually. Let me talk about the Chow right quick. Why is the Chow pink, you ask? I think that's pretty much a reference towards Sonic Advance 3, where if you played with Cream and Cheese, or if you played with Cream and Amy, my bad, you get this pink Chow that looked exactly like Amy. And with like other characters too, if you had like Sonic or Tails, you know, the child would look exactly just like them. And I think that's pretty much a reference towards Sonic Advance 3. I thought it was a pretty cool reference when I seen it. Here we are in Chemical Plant Zone. This is probably going to be really weird playing as a non-Sonic character, like not Sonic or Tails in the stage. Because, you know, Amy's a little bit slower. Look at her speed compared to like Sonic. Sonic like literally destroys these areas with speed. But then when you're Amy, you know, the speed isn't the exact same. You actually have to kind of slow down the platform a bit. Okay. But yeah, Amy is that character that I love her personality. You know, she chases after Sonic. Pretty much all females, like it's known, like it's, I guess, a stereotype almost that females always will chase guys. You know, they all have their own person that they're attracted to, and Amy, Sonic is that character that Amy is really attracted to, that she's gonna always chase no matter what. And you know, Sonic has his own pride that he always like no matter what, he's always gonna do this, like run. I guess you say it's like his main hobby. You know, he always has that thing he's really passionate about, and Amy is really passionate about Sonic. So that's why I say that she's pretty much like the female embodiment of Sonic. And if you keep looking in the corner, there's always like the child always like runs up into the air, and he does it like a few times. So that's weird. But yeah, this game is like really different, I guess you'd say, playing as Amy, because she plays so much different. It becomes almost like a completely different game. Can I just hit this with my hammer? I guess not. So we're gonna have to do it like that. But yeah, I've always been a fan of Amy. You know, she is the character that I want to see if the series ever ends, or like has that canon ending that, you know, it shows a glimpse into the future or something. I want Amy to be that character that Sonic's with, you know, the pairing. I want them to be together. You know, we have like Sonic and Sally from the comic series. You know, there was Sonic and I forget the other character. I forgot her name from the comic series that Sonic was in love with briefly. It wasn't Nicole, it was another character. There was that pairing, you know. I think that's all the main pairings, and then you have Sonic and Amy. Sonic and Rouge, that was gonna be a thing at one point, but it didn't happen. But like, there's always been speculation that Shadow and Amy get together to end off the series in the future. I forget where it's mentioned at, but they're pretty much together officially. But you know, it would be cool to see Sonic and Amy together. I've always been a fan of Sonami a bit. It's just Amy's kind of weird sometimes about it. You know, she's always like, "Oh, we're gonna have kids together," and she's only 12, so that always kind of throws me off a bit. You know, seeing that she's that young. Let me get an extra life. Actually, I'm gonna do that. So there we go. You know, she's always been that character that she takes things a little too seriously, I guess, in a way. And I kind of, back then I used to hate that. I guess me being a guy and whatnot, seeing girls get like super excited about having kids or something. I don't know. But she was always that character that I was always like, she needs to stop with this stuff. But now I'm just like, you know, it's a part of her character. I really love that about her now. I guess since I've gotten older. Okay, Chow, you're gonna have to come through to help me out with this fight. Oh god, this is like gonna be so... What? What the heck? Okay. Alright, let's go back. I don't know if there's gonna be any rings though. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, it actually keeps your rings. I didn't even mention that. The rings actually stay very similar to like Sonic 2 and Knuckles, where like if you die, you get to keep your rings, which is always weird because whenever you played like Sonic 3 and Knuckles always had like much harder stages. Everything was so much harder, and you know, it's always cool that, okay, we're actually done here. So cool. You know, it's cool that in this game specifically they made Knuckles' version a little bit easier. And I think we're gonna actually end off the video right here. So if you have anything you want to say about Amy in the comments, definitely leave them down below. And look at this right here. Look at that, how she looks down. That's from I want to say it's Sonic Advance 3. How she looks down like that when she's about to fall. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. And Sonic Central out. Peace.